Abraham Stoker was born in the 8th of November of 1847 in the north side of Dublin, Ireland. His parents were Abram Stoker from Dublin and Charlotte Matilda Blake Thornley, who was raised in the country Sligo. Stoker was the third of 7 children. The oldest one was Thornley Stoker. First, Abraham and Charlotte were members of the Church of Ireland parish of Clutterland and attended the parish church with their children, who were baptized there, and Abraham was a senior civil servant. Stoker was bedridden with an unknown illness until he started school at the age of 7, when he made a complete recovery. Of this time, Stoker's eye was naturally thoughtful, and the leisure of long illness gave opportunity for many thoughts which were finding according to their kind in later years. He was educated in a private school run by the Rev. William Woods. After his recovery, he grew up further serious illness. Even excelling as an athlete, he was named a university athlete participating in multiple sports at Trinity College, Dublin, which he attended from 1864 to 1870s. He graduated with BA in 1870s and pursued his MA in 1875. So he later life recalled graduating with honors in mathematics. This appears to have been a mistake. He was an auditor of the College Historical Society, the HIST, and president of University of Philosophical Society, where his first papers was on sensationalism, fiction, and society. Stoker became interested in the theater while studying through his friend Dr. Marshall. While working on the Irish Civil Service, he was co-owned by Sheridan Le Fanu, an author of Gothic tales. Theater critics were held in low esteem, but he attracted notice by the quality of his reviews. In December 1876, he gave public review of Henry Ibert Hamlet at the Theatre Royal in Dublin. Irving invited Stoker for dinner at Shelbourne Hotel, where he was staying, and they became friends. Stoker also wrote stories, and Crystal Cup was published by London Society in 1872, followed by The Chain of Destiny in 4 parts in the Shamrock in 1876. While a civil servant in Dublin, Stoker wrote the non-fiction book The Duties of Leclerc's Petty Sessions in Ireland, published in 1879, which remained stand work. Furthermore, he possessed an interest in art, and he was a founder of the Dublin Sketching Club in 1879. Stoker visited the English coastal town of Whitby in 1980s. He was part of They Tell is part of inspiration background. He began writing novels while working as a manager for a living and secretary and the director of London Lyceum Theatre, beginning with The Snake Pass in the 1890 and Dracula in 1897. During this period, Stoker was part of the literary staff of the Daily Telegraph in London, and he wrote other fiction including horror novels, Light in the Shroud, 1909, and The Lair of the Whittle Worm, 1911. He published his personal reminiscences of Henry Irving in 1906, after Irving's death, which proved a successful and managed production at the Pride Wells Theatre. And before writing Dracula, Stoker met Amon Berry, a Hungarian Jewish writer and traveler born in Szegedi Kingdom of Hungary, now Stampede, I don't know how to pronounce that. Dracula likely emerged from Penny's dark stories of the Captain Murders. Stoker then spent several years researching Central and East European folklore and mythology stories of vampires. Stoker was a member of the London Library, and it is here that he conducts most of the research of the Dracula. In 2018, the library discovered some of the books that Stoker used for series, complete with notes and marginalia. After suffering a number of strokes, Stoker died at number 26 St. George's Square, London on 20 April of 1912. Some biographers attribute that the cause of death to overwork, others to tether